I'm coming here for you guys with a Q&A today. I wrote down a few questions that a few of my friends asked from Instagram, mainly off of Instagram. I'm still learning how to use Twitter, so you guys bear with me with that. And I'm new to this YouTube thing as well, trying to get used to the camera, but I think I'm doing all right so far. However, these are some good questions. It's about 6 questions, but each question almost is like a two-part answer type of thing, like back in school. So I'm gonna try to answer these as thoroughly as possible for you guys. And I want to thank Lorraine for sure for writing this first question. Actually, this particular question, I never imagined someone asking me this. Nobody has asked me this yet. And my homegirl Jazz as well for her questions and what how detailed you guys have gotten. So here we go. My first question was, what have you found to be the most difficult conversation you have had to have through your journey? The most difficult conversation I would say is children, having kids. It's not that I never wanted to have children, you guys. It's more so through my journey, unfortunately, I've lost, damaged my eggs. I wasn't informed from my first physician at the time who first administrated my first shot ever, which was March 1st, 2018. He asked me, did I want to have children? I said, of course. He told me I had to freeze my eggs. Through the process, he never once told me, once you get to a certain month or weeks or days in, and you're on testosterone, your levels get to this peak, you could damage your eggs during the process. Mentally, I wasn't there, even if, some may say it was common sense. My brain wasn't there all the way at that time. Before my hysterectomy surgery, which was February 27th of 2020, that's when I found out from my new physician, who I love dearly. He takes good care of me. He stated that I've lost my eggs, and I had to make a big decision on whether I am going to come off of testosterone for 4 to 6 months and, regain and see what my eggs do and see how they flourish again, or, continue my journey. I'm already 2 years in, you guys figure, so it was a hard and tough decision. And a topic I realized I never really touched on. Holding in my own emotions, and not saying I didn't want to share. It's a tough topic, because I would love to have seen a mini me run around here. I gave my parents hell, so I'm sure my little man and my little girl would have gave me something. But I lost my eggs, so it's hard to speak on it, as well as to even fathom in my own mind. I see other people having children, and I'm just now I have to trust and really trust into a woman, to not only be a great mother to my children, to not take away my kids when the time comes if there's a bad argument or a disagreement, and it comes with a lot, you guys. So that's probably the toughest thing so far through my journey. Other than that, God, He gives me a lot, but I can handle it for sure. Next question is, was this discussion with a friend, a family member, or stranger, or your circle in general? Well, I just answered that. It actually was with my physician only. I've expressed it mildly, to my mother. Not something I sat down and actually truly expressed. It's mind-boggling, and it's on my mind every day, actually. So that was that. Was it emotional or mentally challenging? Absolutely. So I pretty much just answered this 3-part question. At one time, it was definitely challenging. It's definitely painful. And it's more so, I feel like it was stolen from me. And now I have to trust someone, and that's not easy. It's not easy, just to trust someone and say, yeah, this could be the mother of my children. This woman will be a great wife. This woman will bring the table to my table, so it's a lot. But I like that question, Lorraine. I appreciate you for that. Question 4, since you have transitioned, are there people that cannot accept it and have distanced themselves from you? I'm going to be honest. Everyone around me, I feel like, accepts it. It's the name that's the hardest part for everyone to understand. How can I put it? It's accepting that my name will no longer be Randy and it's Jacob. Overall, I think everybody has done a great job in their own time and fashion on accepting it. As far as distancing, I noticed, a few people have distanced themselves, and that's a-okay, because when the ball keeps rolling for me. So when my time comes, because it is, and I'm blessed. He blesses me every day on the wake up. I'm telling you that love is going to be a lot different, and it's not going to be that, I'm a lost individual anymore. Them lost individuals have lost me. So, Jazz, just to answer your question, people have distanced themselves, but it wasn't more so of not accepting it. I feel like it was more so of what they couldn't handle me becoming, if you follow me. Question 5. Do you feel like the time of the transition, was the right time? Yes or no, and why? I feel like it was the right time. It's a good question. I feel like it was a great time in my life. For those that don't know, I was engaged at 19, very young age, and until 23 years old, to almost 23. And I ended up jumping into another relationship and not really having single time and self time. During that relationship, I took my first shot with that young lady, and still, even then, I was in the process of mentally changing. A physical change didn't happen as of yet, as far as from the visual, which you guys can see. But physical changes were happening for me. I felt like it was the correct time, due to the fact that I was becoming stronger mentally, emotionally. I made my own decisions, not saying that I never did, but I always thought about, damn, well, how does this person feel? Sometimes I do get back into that mode, and I just feel like, damn, I don't want to hurt this individual. Until I think of self. But I think it was the perfect time to follow my heart. I watched everyone around me be happy for so many years, or even if they played happy. I am genuinely happy. There's nothing that can make me sad, really, nowadays, unless I do it to myself. And why? As I said, I watched a lot of people just be happy around me or play happy, and I feel like it was my turn. And God gave me that courage, that strength. He kept me safe throughout 2 major surgeries. He just kept me safe mentally. A lot of people go off the deep end, but he consoled me, and I felt a connection with him, and I felt like it was time. And things were happening, and doors were closing, and he just kept opening more. So I feel like if I kept going, I'd be great, which I am. And that answers that. I appreciate those questions from you too, and I only did it very short for you guys because I want you guys to understand my content is gonna get bigger and longer, and I want to just keep touching base with you guys. I want you guys to keep getting to know me, and me as far as Jacob. There is no longer Randy, so let's focus on Jacob. But I thank you guys. Just peace and love to you guys. Continue, to look out for my new content on Jacob.Jaree, and that is my Instagram as well as my Twitter. And you can find me on YouTube at I Am Jacob. So just look me up, guys. Thank you for support. I truly appreciate it. I'm out.